note about the joke that Daryl told. It's actually the most common joke by Gemini. So if you tell Gemini, tell me a joke, you will get the why don't scientists trust atoms? Yeah, so it's like my hello world of checking LLMs is like, tell me a joke, and Gemini tells it every single time. All right, thank you all for being here. Amazing being here in this beautiful scenery, here in this beautiful city with lovely people. I am Shai. I'm an entrepreneur by my profession, startup evangelist at Google Cloud. I mainly help startups, but also other developers. If by any chance you are working in a startup, feel free to hit me up on LinkedIn. I can help you with anything, including generative media, but not just. So when I kind of gave the subject for this talk, I wasn't sure what exactly I would do, right? So I had like a bunch of ideas in my mind. I wanted to do something unique, something new. I wasn't sure what exactly I would do, but I wanted to blend the worlds of agents and generative media. Do you know what agents are? Kind of. Do you know what Gen Media is? No. Good. So if you have these two questions, let's answer them real fast. One of the most useful agents I know is deep research, right? And this is actually my personal Google account. Yes, as a Google employee, I still need to pay for Pro. What can I do? So I asked it, like, what are the best tech startups in Prague? And this is an agentic flow, right? So it first does like this preliminary research, creates a plan, and then it goes, thinks about it, scrapes a bunch of websites, scrapes a bunch more websites like this for like 5 minutes, aggregates the whole thing together, and gives me one coherent report, right? So this is what you might call an agentic flow, which is great. By the way, if you went to Remy's talk yesterday, discussed a lot about this, so this is really cool to just kind of have a grasp on. So now we all know what agents are, but what the hell is generative media, right? And how is it different from Gen AI that we had? So generative media is basically our ability to create or edit the things we feel with our senses, right? So Veo 3 is, I'm sure you've heard of it, like the expert in video, Nano Banana and Imagen 4 for images, Lyria 2 can create and compose music, and Gemini text-to-speech can speak like we humans do. So this is, I'm sure you know of Veo, but I'll just put it here anyway, right? Because we launched vertical, and we launched with Veo 3.1 first and last frame, and a bunch of other stuff. Why is my sound not playing, by the way? Weird. OK, never mind.
This ocean, it's a force, a wild, untamed might.
OK.
And she commands your awe with every breaking light.
So Veo was actually the first media video agent that can actually sync the audio spoken to the lips and make everything into one coherent scene. And yeah, people didn't exactly create AGI with it, but they created amazing ads for the NBA.
We're in Florida asking people what they put their money on. I'm all in on OKC.
Indiana got that dog in them.
Will egg prices go up?
Okay, so I'll just skip this. But generally, like, Veo makes it possible to create ads or other video content that used to cost millions of dollars, now in the grasp of your hands. Now, Gemini text-to-speech is what we call an emotional text-to-speech, right? So you can give it like directions of how to deliver the text, and it does it really well. Let's see that in action.
In the ancient land of Eldoria, where skies shimmered and forests whispered secrets to the wind, lived a dragon named Zephyrus. Not the burn it all down kind, but he was gentle.
So you can see like the giggles, is actually laughing during the delivery, right? So this is all still under generative media. Why is it not skipping? Lyria 2 composes music, right? So I think you will trust me on this one. Yeah. Creates like any brand of music that you ask for. Okay, and now for the fun part. Images. People love images, right? And Imagen was the first AI model that I loved. Okay, Imagen 4, when it came out, because I had a dream of creating a book with animals at work, right? And this is the gecko, who's like the climbing instructor. Get it? It's easy for the gecko. But it was actually really hard to do before Imagen 4. Like no other model could do it, not Imagen 3 and not the competitors, to really nail it, right? To get the text in the background, to get the fingers just right. So this is the kind of stuff that you test for when you're working with generative media, like prompt adherence and your ability to craft out really sophisticated scenes and have the AI actually adhere to everything, even these tiny crack on the wall or the text shown on the phone, stuff like that. Now, you've heard of Nano Banana, right? Yes. Okay, so everybody loves Nano Banana. It's fun, and the claim to fame with Nano Banana that it's great at references, right? So I don't just want to describe some person. I want a specific person, a picture of me or my daughter or my wife. So, and here we see like a Pixel 10 phone. By the way, Pixels are awesome. I have a Pixel, and I had one even before I joined Google. So do, as Abdel said, use Pixels. But here you can see we're like transforming the woman through the different scenes with prompting, right? And this is fun. It opens up a whole lot of use cases, especially when you combine models, right? So you can see here, they created something like photos with Imagen, combined it with the model, and kind of even made it into full scene. Oh, this jumped. Never mind. So here we have like a full scene created with Nano Banana together with Veo, right? So these models really mix and match to create all kinds of different use cases. So now you all know what Gen Media is? Raise your hands. Yeah? Good, good. And we're getting a workout. So best way to try this is in ai.dev. Okay? ai.dev is just Google AI Studio, but it's easier than Googling AI Studio. So ai.dev. And I wanted to do something very specific, right? So this is my wife's grandmother, who I think this photo is from like around 90 or 100 years old, right? So, and she recently passed away at like the age of 100. And I wanted to really renew this photo to share with the family, right? Because the photo is not in great condition. So, as I told you, I opened AI Studio, and I told it, hey, please restore this photo to modern DSLR quality. I waited for the magic to happen, and it was kind of a bummer. So, oh, sorry. If you can't see, you're not missing anything, right? So it's not a good result. It didn't get me what I actually wanted, okay? So I said, okay, this is just too hard. What I really need to do is to build an app that lets me like play around with Nano Banana at scale. And there is an amazing builder within AI Studio that I really encourage you all to try out. And I just told it, like, create me create me an app that I can submit many jobs to Nano Banana and try things out, right? So you can see here, like, I decided to go like step by step, right? So first is like restore the photo quality. Second is like something else. You can see, by the way, that this was a bit of an earlier version of Nano Banana, the preview. So the faces got a bit messed up in some cases. So it wasn't easy to actually restore this photo. But what I managed to find out is that if you take it like as a step-by-step, then it works really well, right? And you can see I have here all kinds of variations because, for example, we don't really know what the colors were, right? So the model is kind of guessing at it. Here you can see like all kinds of variations on the face. There was some issue with the fingers. I don't remember what. By the way, because Nano Banana is so good at like understanding the real world, it's really great at upscaling, right? So this photo, which was really blurry, you can actually fill in the details because it knows the complexion of a human face, right? So ultimately, like my final product was like taking it from something barely visible to something that could pass as taken on an iPhone, like not iPhone, Pixel 10 in broad daylight, right? So this is, I was really, really happy with this result. And then I went to Reddit, because on Reddit, there are many people who are asking for restorations, right? So I said, okay, what's the most messed up photo I can find? And there was this person who had a very touching story. It was their only childhood photo from, I think, Pakistan. And I said, okay, I'll do the same workflow and gave a crack at it with Nano Banana and created both an amazing like black and white and a colorized version. And I was actually blown away with the responses. Like, you know, I think it's gotten to like 50,000 views for this already, and like hundreds of people upvoting and people DMing me like, this is amazing, I would pay you to do this for my photos. So that was kind of crazy, right? People actually care about this. And this is another person I kind of did, celebrities, all kinds of stuff. But I started to suffer because while it is fun to play around with generative media, it's also not really fun. And handling all these prompts and prompting takes a lot of work. And it made my life a mess, right? So I thought about this concept of, can we create agents to do the work that I was doing? Because I was basically coming up with prompts, looking at the photo, seeing what is like the output of Nano Banana and like going through with it, right? So, and saying this is good, this is not good. I said, can we actually have an agent do this kind of stuff? And I came up with this concept, right? So make a photo restoration app, takes an image, evaluates it with the vision in Gemini 2.5, creates like different steps. The image is created with Nano Banana, and you actually go and test it, right? So this was my prompt. This is just like more visual. I'm not sure if you can read this. I tried to make it from left to right, but I'm not so good with mermaid charts. But basically, it's like a whole agentic flow chart to get to where you want to be. And let's see that in action, right? So I actually have here the AI Studio open, and you can all try this yourselves, right? This is the prompt I just showed on the screen, and I am doing build, right? So it kind of goes to work. Usually takes like a minute or two to spin up an app. So I will just show you the end product that it created for me. And you can see like I gave it the photo and gave it a bit of instructions, right? So the first one, I would say, like, it created, by the way, like 7 steps, right? So it did the first step, it checked it, it said, you know, not really good. Let's see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, so not really good. Second step, it colorized, it said, not really. Oh, here you see it, it does say, oh, this is good. The colorization is exceptionally well executed. Now, you tell me, but this does not look exceptionally well executed to me, right? It looks like kind of decent, which led me to the realization that while agents for text are really good, they're superhuman, right? And a text agent can read the encyclopedia before I can read a chapter. But when it comes to actual senses that we have, like vision or listening, we are actually much better still than the AI agents, right? Just at this kind of stuff like spotting out all kinds of issues. So anyway, this kind of photo really goes nowhere. You can see it changed the face at some point. So I figured, okay, this does not work. I need to really limit it. And I created another version of this app, okay? Which basically I just told it that kind of the same, but it's limited in the steps that it can take. So it can take a maximum of 4 steps. And I really dialed in the prompt here, right? So let's just zoom in here. So you can see this is like the master agent that creates the plan. This one is like the one that creates a prompt per step. This is one that is the QA specialist, right? So you have all these kind of different nodes in our agent working together to actually accomplish this goal. And you can see here, I tried it like with a different person. So this man, like you can see the step by step, right? So the first one was very blurry, and it actually just added detail, right? So we can actually see this this person in action, right? And you can see here, like the prompt that Gemini 2.5 came up with is like, you know, this is the person, this is what you do, add wrinkles, like, or like maintain the wrinkles, the cigarette, whatever, right? So, and here the analysis is, the restoration is highly successful. By the way, this app always tells it's successful, regardless of what happens, right? So it's not great either. Second step was like basic colorization, and the third step, well, let's just see the whole thing, like from the original to this, right? So pretty cool stuff, I would say, for an app that's completely vibe coded, if that makes sense. Okay? Yeah, makes sense. Are you fired up? Do you want to build your own generative media agents, right? It's super simple. So you can basically, as I mentioned, just prompt it to give you, we have the AI photo restorer. Do you want to actually try one right now from this one? So like it's a complete one shot, but let's just see here. Restoration photos. Okay, so we have these. Oh, I have the retro gas station, right? So yeah. Okay, never mind. Let's try from here. Retro gas station. Okay, so this is the photo of the retro gas station, and I will say in the instructions, one car is crimson red, the other is light olive green. Okay, so restore the photo. Let's see if it's any good. Live demos, You never know what you might get. So analyzing the image, and it's creating the restoration plan, right? Because we kind of built the flow to first have a plan. So you can see here it's 3 steps. The first, I will clean and sharpen the image, removing noise or artifact. Second, I will colorize it. Third, modern post-processing techniques and color grading. Okay, so let's see if it actually works. I would say the first step worked really, really well. I'm not sure how much you can see it, but there is a very distinct difference. And yeah, it checked it and it said, okay, this is good. It works. Okay, so now it's off to the second step. And you can see the prompt it created, like colorization. It specified the actual text. So this, I would say, is a decent result. It's not a great result, just because it focused a lot on the cars, because I was talking about the cars, but the building doesn't have enough color, the road doesn't have enough color, right? So it's not perfect by any means. But let's see if in the post-processing it can actually go and apply better coloring to this. Yeah, so I would say post-processing looks better. I've gotten much better results than these with just running it through these kinds of flows and doing it on the... Oh, you can see, by the way, here, it said the restored image is nearly identical, right? So this is where, when you are vibe coding these apps, you can tell it, oh, add a retry or something like that, and it would be super, super cool. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, like we talked about images, but something that I am deeply passionate about is actually audio, our spoken words, and the ability for AI to actually go ahead and create meaningful spoken words, right? So in Google AI Studio, you have this, okay? It's a tab called Generate Media. I think from the homepage, it's like generate native speech with Gemini. You can choose multi-speaker, and you can choose single speaker. Let's do something real fast. Hi, my name is Shai, and let's do British accent. I can't pull off a good British accent, but maybe the AI can do it for me. Oh, I'm in a female voice. Zephyr is a female voice, but never mind. Let's see it in action. Come on. Okay, I don't know why it's not working, but we will move on. Because you can, by the way, do like get code. My preference is TypeScript, and get the code that creates this. And I use this to actually build an app that is a wrapper around this text-to-speech API, right? So this is the app. I put a bunch of examples here that we can check out. So I really love this AI influencer I created.
What is up, future thinkers? The Gemini 3.0 leaks are wild. There are unconfirmed reports about it.
Okay, so you can see it's like, it says wild, like really delivers the text as a voice actor would, right? Let's see this motivational speech.
Welcome, welcome, beautiful people. Take a deep breath. Feel that energy? That's the scent of opportunity, my friends. And tonight, we're not just sniffing it, we're devouring it. Now, I'm not...
Okay, so like this is voice actor quality, and I can prompt this thing to do whatever I wanted. So I'll show you like what I created right before this this session. Okay, so I told it like research on DevFest Prague, read about the agenda, and create a 30-second inspirational ad to draw attendees, fully in the Czech language, and the speaker is a female. And of course, I get Next.js errors. So I think we'll have AGI by the time Next.js hydration issues are fixed. But anyway, so you can see it actually ran a Google search and created 3 scripts for me. I generated them before our talk and had Z, which I don't know if she's here, but she helped me kind of find the best ones because I don't speak Czech. You tell me if it's any good.
Ahoj všichni tech nadšenci. Připravte se na událost roku. DevFest Prague 2025 je zpátky od 23. do 24. října v úžasném Gabriel Loci. Čekají vás 2 dny plné inspirace, špičkových přednášek a workshopů. Od mobilního vývoje přes umělou inteligenci až po kybernetickou bezpečnost máme všechno. Potkejte se.
Okay, so how is it like from 1 to 10? 6? Okay. All right, but it could be like you could do better. So you can see here we actually have, again, in this agentic flow, I had the AI kind of listen to the tracks and see if there are any issues, right? So you can see for this one, it's like a 7 out of 10 because it read out DevFest Prague, I guess.
Hej vývojáři, máte rádi nové technologie?
For this one, it said that Gabriel Lozzi was read as Gabriel Locci, and like, I don't know, right? So, but this is actually really good. Like, I've had this actually catch issues or errors that I would have otherwise missed, right? Because we said like a text agent can read an encyclopedia before I can, right? In audio, it's kind of the same way. So I can actually see an image instantly, but listening to an audio literally takes like 30 seconds or a minute to grasp it. So AI is actually really good with understanding audio. Maybe not so with the non-English languages, but I can tell you for English, it's pretty much perfect. You can see here I created a version in English. You can see I told it like a California accent. Let's see how that turned out.
Calling all tech enthusiasts. DevFest Prague 2025 is where you need to be this October 23rd and 24th. From mobile magic to cloud computing and all things AR, VR, our agenda is
Okay, so in the spirit of live demos, before we wrap this up, is there anything you would like me to try and create? Anyone? No? Okay, so let's do something like this, right? So I want you to run a quick search about DevFest Prague 2025 and do a 30-second Bronx-style rap about it, right? And keep it like upbeat and fast and really awesome. Yeah. So, by the way, I hate typing, so it's a really quick hack. You can just have put a microphone in any text area and have Gemini 2.5 Flash or Flashlight transcribe it. It's real fast and gets the exact kind of vibe. So you can see it ran the research, it created the rap, and let's see if it's any good. Oh, and behind the scenes, I'm actually also creating images, right? So you can see for every, oh, not what I meant to do. So basically every kind of scene gets a title, gets a description, gets an image, right?
Yo, check it. 2025, that's the year to be seen. DevFest Prague's arriving, the ultimate tech machine. October 23rd through the 24th, no doubt. Gabriel Lochi's the spot where all the devs hang out. From mobile to AI, cybersecurity's the game. Workshops and speakers ain't no two the same. GDG Prague, GUG.cz, they leading the charge. Networking and learning, living life extra large. So get your tickets ready, don't be late for the show. DevFest Prague 2025, watch that knowledge just grow.
All right, so you can see, thank you. So you can see it like literally from what I said, ran the research, created like an image prompt, created the voice description, created the text, and actually went ahead and evaluated it. Let's see why 9 out of 10. It pronounced numbers like 23rd instead of 23rd. I don't know, right? So sometimes it kind of gives some weird things in the feedback, but ultimately really fun and creative ways to use generative media. I do have 8 minutes, so I think I'll wrap it up.
Hi, my name is Shai.
Oh, that one is finally ready, right? Yeah, you can see. 2 seconds.
Hi, my name is...
Okay, so... Max. Where are my slides? Oh, here we go. Okay, so that is all. I didn't put a feedback slide, sorry, but you'll rate 10 anyway. If you, first of all, feel free to connect in LinkedIn, whether you are in startups or not. And if you have any questions, happy to take them.
All right, I have a mic. No Slido today. Our Slido person is not here, so you have to be brave.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was very, very interesting to see all these kind of abilities of AI to generate different media and so on. And I was like wondering, when you do all this additional evaluation and you generate some audio and you want to evaluate it in multiple times and generate pictures and so on, how much it adds extra cost to the original task? Because you kind of have a throwaway parts, right, which are just generated as a bad evaluation, right, roughly in percentage, like if you would say,
like you're asking
and in
how
general,
much
the
cost of the evaluation
generated audio and video, right? Like,
yeah. So if, like, especially with video, I haven't tried evaluating video with AI just yet because it's very hard. Like you saw, even with images, it's not perfect. With audio, it's not perfect, and video is like moving images with audio. So. It's something we can just look at a video of 5 seconds and say it's good, it's not good. And even like my 3-year-old daughter can do it, but AI still struggles with that. With images, I would say it's not a big cost. And with audio, again, it's not a big cost because my time costs more than Gemini's time. To actually go and like listen to all kinds of audio tracks, right? So I really wanted to weed down what's irrelevant.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks. I wanted to ask. I suppose you're using the Gemini model for the you're from Google, so it's obvious. But the power of the Gemini model is the native multimodality of the model. So that's the reason why you can like, it can look at the text, it can use the sound, and it can like create another context for the agent. But what I was wanting to ask is, what about the context? Is it like in the same context window, like the whole relation you're spinning off? So it's like is it using same context, or is it like a separate context window? like separate session?
So I try to separate it. It's a great question. Like, I try to separate it where the AI that created the asset is not the one evaluating, right? So the one evaluating is supposed to be much more critical and look at it with a critical eye and say, is this good? Is it not good? Did it adhere? Because the one that created it will always say, like, it's awesome.
Yeah, and you would overflow the context, so that makes sense.
Yep.
Thanks.
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 Okay. You've got 3 minutes back for coffee, so good for you. It's been awesome. Thank you so much.